What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to land jobs quoting more than your competition. This is one of those taboo talks. I know I love talking about the taboo stuff, the edgy stuff that not a lot of people want to address. This has been kind of a piece of my mantra here on the Lean and Mean Academy channel for a long time. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the bell, hit the button. It definitely helps out the channel. But I always loved, when I first started my business, to focus. That was my big focus, to focus on being as profitable as I can, because I was a one-man show at the time. So how to get more money out of my clients, deliver more value. But I guess we could always go into it with that idea, but how do we actually land the job and get the money out of their pockets? That is the point of business. That is the point of entrepreneurship. And why don't we just go have fun with our families, right? That's the idea of this whole deal. So let's jump right into it. If you're wanting to get your pressure washing business started this year on the right foot, go ahead and grab the How to Wash course, the Core 4. Mike Vadan, Justin Rogers, Cody Yarbrough, and myself, we built this course together. It's got everything from how to mix, all the pro tips, all the specialty chems, the processes, how to clean and how to wash, just the art of what that is. It's kind of an art and a science paired together. It's got over 6 hours of training in this course. It's the top selling course in the world for pressure washing. Go ahead and grab it. It'll be the first link in the description, first link in the comments. So, how do you land jobs quoting more than your competition? This is, like I said, it's an art form. It's some Sun Tzu magic, okay? A lot of guys, that's their biggest question when quoting, asking in the comments of my channel is, how do I quote this? How do I quote that? And a lot of it, they're not really asking a square footage number, right? Because we could give them a square foot. Oh, well, just price it at 18 cents, price it at 20 cents, price it at 25 cents, whatever, a square foot. Go up or down, depending on your ability to close, and you would be right, okay? That's the issue with that question. It's not a stupid question, but it is a rookie question, okay? And we don't like answering it simply for that reason, because the spectrum is so big. Your market is very different from my market. Where you are, your ability to sell may be different from Mike's or Justin's or Cody's, whoever you're asking. And that's the challenge for us when answering that question. But I will tell you, when I first started my business, 2016, living in the van, right? I've got tons of videos on this deep in the channel. All right, not down by the river, but definitely at the 24-hour gym. Tough part in my life. I made a pact with myself. All right. I was in the music industry for 10 years, well, probably 8 years at that time, and I knew I was going to have to make a change. I knew that I probably was not going to be the musician that I thought I was going to be. The last 8 years, you could probably say I was going to have to throw it away. And that was the morning of a dream, right? Right there in that moment, that probably the first year of my business in pressure washing, it was pure embarrassment, because I was on the road. I had a team. I had an A-list team. I had record label prospects. I had a lot of things in line that I had worked my tail off in a van with a band touring. All right. I've toured with so many of my heroes. One of my favorites to tour with was Travis Tritt. I did a lot of dates with him. And it was very hard for me to come down from that and go back into blue collar, right? Because that's what I was trying to ascend from. So what I said, hey, if I'm going to go back into working for a living, which is fine. I grew up in that. I'm from Alabama. My family, they all work. Then I'm going to be the most expensive son of a gun in this city. I'm not working for free. I'm not working just to sweat. I'm going to extinguish and oust that poor level of thinking from my brain. And I think this is the first decision one has to make whenever you want to land jobs and quoting more than your competition. Whenever you want to be the high ticket company in town who delivers excellent value, who holds yourself to a higher level of service than the rest of the yahoos out there competing with you. And yahoos could be even considered the bigger companies in town. I considered them all yahoos. If they weren't me, they were a yahoo, and I was going to beat them. And that's what I thought in my brain. So the first thought you have to have before we jump into, some of the techniques of quoting higher and landing the job is you got to believe that you are the guy. You got to know that you're going to deliver. Knowing that you're going to deliver is a much easier place to get than believing that you're the guy. Okay, we can get to that later, but you got to know you're going to deliver on what the customer wants. And the cool part about that is everyone can deliver. You just got to be willing to be there with the customer until they're happy. Until. When are they happy? That's when I leave. If they try to abuse me because they're quote unquote not happy, I cut it off quick. All right. So you owe your integrity to the job, to excellence at your craft. You don't necessarily owe your integrity to the customer. If you do an excellent job and you're going to be as perfect as you can be at cleaning that brick, cleaning the vinyl, at not destroying window seals, at not putting 12.5% bleach on their front door, let me tell you, bud, you're already ahead of 95% of everyone out there. You're ahead of the guy who comes off of the street wanting to get a little pressure washer going and is going to blow high pressure on everything. You're ahead of them. Why? Because you have made a mental pact to yourself that you are going to be excellent. That's the first step on how to land jobs quoting more than everybody else, is that you're going to be excellent. And you have to hold that thought in your mind. A lot of this is a mental game. And I equate it a lot of times to dating or courting, right? The push-pull, the art of misdirection, aloof, confidence, right? A lot of you guys are dreaming about it. You're romanticizing the customer. You're worried they're going to tell you no. I wish they would. Please do. Save us the interaction. That's how I had to flip it, because I felt the same way that a lot of you guys do. I saw those thoughts, felt those thoughts creeping into my mind that I was over romanticizing the customer. Oh, I hope they go for this bid. Stop hoping. Stop caring. You give the customer excellent value. What's gonna take time here, though, is you figuring out how to sit on that upper echelon of pricing, okay, to where you're really profitable, but also not, charging a $10,000 for what could be a $3,000 job, right? If they get other bids and everybody is like $3,000, $2,000, and you're sitting up here at $10,000. Hey, you may land a few. You definitely will land a few of those. But you want to massage it to where the art of pricing lands at $3,500 when everyone else is $3,000. That is when you know you're hitting on all cylinders with your pitch, with your psychology, with your closing, okay? With your finger on the pulse of the market. That's when you know. All right. And that takes a little time to get there. But the whole time you're holding in your mind, I am the top guy. I am the most expensive guy. Why? Because my kids deserve a better life. That's why. Simple. And you don't have to explain your reason to anyone. Okay. Let me go ahead and give you that permission slip right now. Your reasoning on why you're pricing how you want to price, as long as you're being excellent at your craft, you must explain it to no one. It could be just because you want to buy expensive trucks, motorcycles, cars, trips. You want to have a better financial life for your family, and that is a perfect reason to do it. Okay? I know that a lot of guys in the blue collar realm where I'm from have what I call Baptist guilt. They live with it. They believe this parasitic nonsense that is eaten out like a lobotomy in their brain. Whenever they're pricing, they feel this anxiety and this pressure that the customer's going to say no. What my goal in this video is to really tell you that it is not a metric or a process or a step-by-step. It's more of a swag and a mindset on how to land jobs quoting more than everybody else. Okay? Because there's definitely a guy out there who can do it as good as you, who's going to charge less than you. So what's the difference? Watch what you just thought when I asked you that. If you probably said, well, if there's no difference, then how could I charge more? Why? Because you're you. Because no one else is you. That's why. And if the customer trusts you, they like you, they feel like you are going to do the best job, and they feel like if they have an issue, they can call you back, I would pay you to do it. Right? There's a lot of people out there, you forget. There's a lot of people out there who don't want the cheapest guy. Not because he's the cheapest, but because what that says about them. What view of themselves they are trying to uphold. People who walk around with $30,000 Rolex Daytonas, $60,000 in 2020, thank God, they're nuts. Okay, so they came down a little bit, but people who walk around with, G-Wagons, multiple sitting in the lot, in their carport, do not fancy themselves the cheap guy. So it has nothing to do with you personally and everything to do with them. And you can harness that, tap into it, and become what I like to call their trusted advisor to their exterior cleaning. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? I hope you are. I hope you are. Because it's less about a process. It's less about a square foot pricing and more about a mentality and a promise to yourself and a swag and a confidence and an aloofness. And you may say, well, Aaron, how do I get the confidence? I've had guys ask this. How do I get the confidence that you have? You know what you do? One day you decide to stop being broke. It could be a random Thursday. It could be today. Today, when your head hits the pillow, you look up at the ceiling and you're dozing off, drifting off to sleep. You're going to say, you know what? I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of just making it ends meet. That's the day. That's the day it changes. And once you make the decision, once you decide, if you've ever understood the word decide, it's a very interesting word. The word decide has the suffix side. Side means to kill, to remove, to oust. Suicide, homicide. The word decide means to kill all other options. If you will kill all other options, then to being the top guy, how to quote more, how to give more value, not only will your life change financially, but the whole market's boats will rise because of your tide. Everyone, even the guys, your competition, and some of the guys that you team up with in your area of the country cleaning, they will start quoting more. And sooner or later, the industry does this together. It's hard for people to hate you when you're doing the Lord's work in that regard. Okay? When you're sending out free leads because you got so many, because you bet on yourself. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, put it in the comments, baby. All right. So once you make a decision to be the top guy in town, it's all downhill from there. The rest, yes. Can you study high ticket sales? Yes, but nothing is going to forge you in the fire better than you going out and doing it yourself, than you going out and hashing it out. But I want to give you the starting point. The starting point is right here. Believe that you are superior. This is going against all of your raising. Okay? Some of you are not going to like it. And I hope you take a dump in the comments. Believe that you are worth more. You have to carve new self-esteem for yourself, because your dad's not going to do it. Your mom's not going to do it. Your brother and your sister, your grandparents are not going to do it. They're going to do what they're going to do. You have to take the knife, and you have to whittle new self-esteem, new belief. Nothing against them. Let them live their life. But this is about you. This is about you coming to Jesus in this moment and saying, I'm going to close everything. And they are either going to tell me no, or they're going to tell me yes, and I'm going to follow up with them till they die or I die. You're going to say one of the other. That's the decision. There is no other decision that is an option. Till they die or I die. Put that in the comments. That's how you follow up with the prospect. Guys comment all the time. Look at this little bug. Look at this little dude. Little stink bug. What are you doing in here, bro? You can't be on my microphone, cuz. You ain't gonna throw me off my rhythm, dude. I'm on high ticket rhythm right now, bro. You ain't gonna throw me off. So make the decision. You're going to be the top guy in your town. There is no retreat. You follow up with them till they die or you die. That's a long time. No does not mean no forever. It means no for now. I'll call you in a month. If you tell me no, I'm going to call you in a month. I'd had a list of people who told me no. I would have them periodized out to where I would call in and be like, okay, he told me no again. Call him next month. Do you understand the level of persistence? The level, pleasantly persistent. Some would say annoying. Who cares? They can leave. They can unsubscribe. I literally do not care. That's how you got to be. Guys, I hope you got a lot out of this video. It may have not been the step-by-step that you wanted, but once you do this enough, you're going to find out that it's more about a positioning. It's more about a way that you carry yourself. It's more about a confidence and a swag. And confidence only comes from success. And success only comes from trying and failure and succeeding and failure and succeeding. Okay, so you got to get out there and do some of this stuff. You've got to test your skills. Get out in the market. Tomorrow, today, you got a lead coming in, do it for me. And put it in the comments when you do. I want to hear the results. Believe that you're the guy, because you are. There's nothing different from becoming the guy a year from now or it is today. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The only difference is you must commit to full integrity of your craft and excellence on the job. That's it. If you will stay night and day, whatever's going to happen, to becoming excellent, you will become more efficient at excellence. Why would you ever want to become efficient at mediocre? You can become efficient at either. Become efficient at excellence. I'll see you guys in the next video.
This is the best place to be for starting a pressure washing business.
Some of the things that they teach and sticking to the blueprint, I've already seen the results.
Man, this page has done a lot for me. I've landed a lot of big jobs.
Anything, questions that I have, I just search inside the page itself and I could find answers and other things that I didn't even think about.
This group has literally changed my business crazy amounts within the past month.
It's awesome. I've gotten a lot of clicks out of it, a lot of info. Got a phone call today, scored a job off of that.
It's a support group to help us local small pressure washing owners to really grow our business and expand it and help us stand out in our marketplace.